What's up, everyone? This is Prasanna Balakrishnan back again, this time for a movie review. So, I try to make this for movie reviews as well. I try to see it at nearby theaters or at my convenience at a Netflix Prime or Hotstar. So, let's get into this. I saw Vakeel Saab today in a nearby theater starring Pawan Kalyan. It's actually his comeback after 3 years. 2018 was his last movie, and 2021 he is finally getting released. This is a remake of the 2016 Hindi film, a Hindi blockbuster film Pink, starring Amitabh Bachchan, Tapsi Pannu, Kriti, Andrea Taryang, etc. But that one was a very good courtroom drama, highlighting women's issues, um, highlighting what problems women face, how men treat them differently when they go out at night or where they wear jeans, or if they do something which is out of the norm, how do men treat them? That was a very good courtroom drama. But this one is not content to be just a courtroom drama. It wants to had a few scenes for Pawan Kalyan as well because he's coming back after 3 years, like an extra fights or an extra additional flashbacks or etc. I don't mind that, but you do that to a certain degree such that it doesn't affect the essence of Pink. But the problem is here, he tries Venu Sriram, the director, adds too much, such it doesn't like entirely spoil the essence of Pink, but to an extent, this makes it a full whole mass Pawan Kalyan movie, which is totally unnecessary. In the first half, you expect a bit of fight scenes here and there, and like thunderous BGMs from Thaman, and a bit of content because it's a Pawan Kalyan comeback film. And I kind of did not mind that for the first half; it still had its content intact. But the second half, I thought, okay, first half had fights, so but the second half will be a full and full courtroom drama between Pawan Kalyan and Prakash, the opposite villain, and how he's able to get the three women out from danger. But the problem is extra fight scenes, and they were totally unnecessary, and they dragged this movie to a 2.5 hour movie. Now this movie should have been shot and crisp at 2 hours. Even when the Tamil remake of Pink came out, Nerkonda Parvai, it came out in 2019. The first half did have one fight scene, was the extended fight scene, and the second half did have a love portion and a cameo appearance from Vidya Balan, but that did not affect the flow of the film much. It stayed true to original film Pink. But this, even though there are some very good performances by Nivetha Thomas and Anjali in the second half, and the courtroom drama and the scenes between Prakash Raj and Pawan Kalyan, they are superb. The dialogues are well written. You don't feel content on seeing this film. You can probably say the same way when you talk about a Telugu remake of another blockbuster Hindi courtroom drama, Jolly LLB. Now, Jolly LLB was also remade into Tamil and Hindi. It was remade into Tamil as Manidan, but in Manidan you didn't have like any extra fight scenes or whatever. It stayed true to its original, and it was another super hit, starring Udayidi Stalin, directed by Ahmed. It was a very good movie. But it was remade into Telugu as Saptagiri LLB, starring Saptagiri, and the director was not content just to make it as a courtroom drama for a person who is defending someone who has been run over by 5 people and trying to prosecute a drunken drive person. It had some extra fight scenes and love scenes, and they were totally unnecessary, and it killed the entire mood of the film, although the main content was still intact. This also had a similar feeling. But here, one of the biggest problems in the second half is that the amount of fight scenes you have. I mean, you are just sitting there and wondering, why is this fight scene there? It's absolutely unnecessary. Even the first half, some of the flashback scenes, there's a love portion with Shruti Haasan, there is also a song. They were totally unnecessary. It totally killed the vibe of the film, and that's what was most disappointing. Albeit, it was if you're a Pawan Kalyan fan and you're seeing this, you will be pretty excited because you're seeing your star come back. But if you had seen Pink, you can probably give this a skip. I'm sure many people here would have seen Pink and even Nerkonda Parvai, although Pink was the original, I'm pretty sure many people of you would have seen it, and many of them loved it. I cannot think of a single person who hated Pink or even passed negative comment about Pink because it was such a true film. It was a very good film. It felt like, what do you say? It felt real. It felt original. This one didn't feel that original compared to the first one. Now, that can be kind of slightly not to an extent given that they're different actors, and You cannot compare Amitabh Bachchan and Pawan Kalyan with all due respect. But Pawan Kalyan, for the role he's given, absolutely nailed his performance as lawyer Satyadev. Um, he did a very good performance. His dialogues, they were absolutely nailed on, and his dialogue delivery is absolutely fantastic. Prakash Raj as an opposite villain is truly fantastic as well. The the metrics to judge a villain character is by how much you hate him in the film. When you genuinely hate a villain character, that's how you know how well that person has performed. And I think Prakash Raj performed extremely well in that character. The performance by the three women, Nivetha Thomas, Ananya, and Anjali. Special props to Anjali. I thought her performance was the best of the three. Nivetha Thomas was very good, and Ananya was pretty decent as well. Vamsi Krishna performed well as the first first boy, or the first adult, you can call it, the one who is involved in the center of all whatever is going on. And the music by Taman, I mean, like, whenever the mass scenes are there, Pawan Kalyan has done a fantastic job, but I think he overdoes it too much by saying every now and then, or 2 or 3 minutes, once you hear the thunderous mass BGM. For a fan, it would be nice, but for the neutral audience, I don't think it was much enjoyable. Um, but overall, I felt it was a pretty underwhelming affair. It is a one-time watch, definitely, at least if you're a Pawan Kalyan fan. If you watch Pink, you can probably give this a skip. But apart from that, watch it for the true mass image of Pawan Kalyan. Is coming back after 3 years, and he has given a fantastic performance as lawyer Satyadev. Do watch it for him. I'll give a 3 out of 5 rating for this film. If it had stayed true to its original movie Pink, I would have definitely given it 4 or 5 stars. A better director would have definitely helped this better. Venu Sriram, he was disappointing in Middle Class Abai, and I would have to say he was pretty disappointing in this as well. Albeit it's not that, but since it's a remake of Pink, you would expect him to carry it out better. And they already had the base story in Pink, so that it's okay to have a base and kind of sprinkle a bit of stardust around. But I think he sprinkled it too much, and it did look like a kind of a forced remake. And probably Telugu audience will kind of enjoy it, and I don't want to like stereotype Telugu audiences, but if you haven't seen Pink, I keep saying this again, if you haven't seen Pink, and if you're a Pawan Kalyan fan, you will enjoy this. Your hero will give you enough moments to savor in the theater. Do like this video, subscribe to this channel, share to many Telugu movie fan friends as well. Um, do let me know what do you think of my reviews. Should I be doing more reviews? How often should I be doing reviews? What reviews should I be doing from here on? Subscribe to this video, subscribe to my channel. IPL starts tomorrow, the big Indian extravaganza. First match, Chennai Super Kings played Delhi Capitals on 10. Watch out for my review. And straight after that, Chelsea play Crystal Palace away at Sellers Park. Watch out for my review on that as well. Until then, signing off, Prasanna Balakrishnan. Thank you.